I've been watching OBS not be able to hit 60 frames per second on this. Like, just as separate from the frames that I'm dropping because of my internet connection, it's also not able to actually get this at 60 frames per second, which is a little concerning. Love watching my computer slowly die in real time. Maybe I'll switch cores and see if that helps. Does not appear to have helped. Okay, that one just doesn't boot at all. Good. Okay, well, I guess we'll see how this goes. Okay, so it's one of the less readable options menus I've ever seen in a video game. So this is Socks the Cat Rocks the Hill, starring Socks the Cat, who was somewhat famously the family cat of the Clintons during the Clinton presidency. This game was never properly released in the 90s. This was dumped from a mostly finished prototype cart, and then hacked a bit, and then sold as a repro cart. So I'm assuming from the fact that this was sold as a repro cart that the video game can be completed, but I guess we'll find out. I do have to give an alert before we start here that this is a 90s political satire video game, which I have not vetted for content. So there is a potential that we're going to see something gross and outdated during it that passed for political humor in the 90s. We might not. Everything might be okay, but we don't know. We don't know. We're gonna find out. The one thing specifically I'm worried about is that the plot summary on Wikipedia mentions that at some point in the game, Arab terrorists are involved, without elaborating on what that means. Okay, we have a dedicated button to swap the HUD from top to bottom. Good. Jump. Got big swipey. Got low swipey. We got floor cheese. Okay, I guess the cheese was an item that I used when I attacked instead of just swiping. I assume that the mouse took the cheese from me, but maybe I threw the cheese at the mouse. Not a whole lot of leeway in getting a running jump off of a platform. You fall pretty quickly off of them. Okay, pushing buttons moves the numbers around. Okay, I correctly assigned the years of their presidencies. I guess we do need to make this jump after all. Okay. You can press triggers to groom and also take a nap. Good. How did those help me make this jump? Okay, there's a run button. All right. All right. Ow. That seems dangerous. That also seems dangerous. Okay. Are these platforms here? Jump on this grate. Sure can't jump on that grate. Good. Perfect. Good. Respawn, get hit by an enemy, immediately knock into the pit, and die again. Oh, that guy tried to get me with a flying kick. Okay. All right, we just got stabbed to death by Ross Perot. Ooh, okay. We have limited continues. Okay. So I know what to do about him. I don't know what to do about the randomly spawning barrels. Okay. That barrel hit me after I beat the boss and then lost control of the character. That's good. Okay. Cool. All right, so there does not actually appear to be like a platform here. I don't think I can actually make that jump. Absolutely not. Great. I don't think I can make that jump either. Okay, is there really nothing over there? Oh, I can... All right, well, there's definitely nothing over there at all. Round, game over, true. That was a different set of presidents than the first time I did that quiz, so I guess that's random. Interesting. I think I need to jump from the second level. Oh, all right. In the interest of not playing this game for 30 hours, I will be save stating. Okay. It definitely does feel like there must be a way to do longer and/or higher jumps. Probably missing a platforming mechanic. I imagine that would, whatever mechanic I'm missing will. Oh, that's just a ledge? Okay, well, at least in this case, I'm not missing a platforming mechanic. I'm missing the fact that this is a 90s platformer, and therefore what is a platform and what is not a platform is very poorly defined by the graphics. There's definitely a ledge up there. I can probably get to it if I dash. Wow. Okay, thanks. This is a completely different route than whatever we did the first time we went through this level. Okay, there's There's a spider up there. Excellent. Almost got spidered again. I just need to assume that if we can't see the ceiling, there might be a spider on it. Just like in real life. All right. Time to get absolutely obliterated by Ross Perot again. Did I jump off this? Thought I bounced off something. Did I bounce off of the barrel? No, okay. Maybe I'm making that up. I swear that I took a bounce off of something. Maybe it was a hit. Maybe it was just like damage knockback. Okay. I'm at 1 health, so we want to try to recover our health by eating fish off the ground and not taking damage from random criminals. Try to flying kick me. I would like to just, like, hit this guy twice. That would be nice. It's completely impossible, but it would be nice. Like, actually impossible. Okay, we got it. It took 18 tries, but we got it. Found the hole. Is this legitimately... Okay, so I really don't think we can make it up there. Attacking doesn't like hover or anything. There's no double jump. There's a pit. There's another hole right there. I'm going to take that reset. There's a... Oh, there's a ground pound. Maybe that's what I did. Okay, there's not a Mario 2 charge jump. I'm not sure that there's actually a continuation of the level on there. There's just a wall. That might just be a ledge with a fish on it. Oh, okay. We have been missing a mechanic. Now. So those ropes on the ceiling you can actually grapple across by hitting the jump button. Hate that spider. I need to just, like, duck right here. Or just wait it out, we're fine. Yeah, okay, so we can just fall into the pit. This is weird. You need to, like, it just basically gives you repeated double jumps in midair. Dog, alright, time to get eaten. How dare you? Okay, health, what's that? Mouse on floor. That's invincibility, I guess? Ow, okay, ran out. Let me see. Yep, okay. So Toy Mouse is invincibility. Okay, HP, good. Love that. Okay, I ran out. Okay, so the cheese doesn't actually like deal damage to the mouse, it just slightly distracts them while you then murder them. Might as well just like actually clobber them instead. I think this is just a connecting path from the upper route, probably. Ow. We made it back to max health. God. Cool. Just get anti-aired by a mouse throwing water balloons. Love that. Hate that guy. But they were doing fine until you showed up. Alright, so we're fighting Richard Nixon for some reason. Okay, save state? Okay, we'll save state. I guess we can check if the ground pound actually works. Okay. Yes, okay. So we can, in fact, ground pound enemies. Ow, rude. Okay. Sort of slightly figured that out. Only slightly. Okay, ground pounding does the same amount of damage as normal attacks. Rude. Also rude. I got out of that with 5 health. I probably don't have to super save scum this. Okay. No. Cool. Now threw a sign at me. Whatever, true. Oof, also true. Okay, like, presumably the bird takes damage, right? Presumably you can hit the bird and then it dies from it. Okay. Great. Alright, so these are not solid to the left, so if you walk through... Well, now I can't fall through that. I just randomly clipped through the floor. Excellent. I assume like these were slat. Oh, okay. There we go. We found the scene. Alright. So don't do that. Great. Great. So I'm just going to hold, right, and walk down the stairs. Everything's okay. Oh, okay, there's... Oh, did I push a button to... I pushed an arrow key and that canceled the cutscene. Okay, that platform goes through the laser. Am I just gonna hit this? Ow. Okay, so there is definitely some level design occurring here. I don't know what you're supposed to do here. Okay, there was time. I guess there's time to jump through, maybe? Okay, well. Time for more quiz. Ah, yeah, that seems fine. That seems syncing very poorly with that laser. Cool. Alright, we've got some goop here. We got gooped. Oh, okay. I'm actually in the goop. I was expecting that to be an instant kill and a respawn. It's not. Excellent. So we need to be like dash jumping across all of these. All right. Nice. All right. Okay, I feel like I was on that platform. It must have just caught the corner. Okay. Great. God. Dude, throwing water balloons up here. Can I sneak in there? I think I can do this. Okay, that was a whiff. That jump I can't make from down here. I don't think I can up there, yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. Alright. Surely at some point, like, I will hit this enemy. The attack hitbox will collide with the enemy hurt box, and I will deal damage to it. Presumably. So I have to keep holding there. Alright. Is there anything over here? There's totally not anything over here. There's literally no reason to jump onto that girder. Please. Where is the floor? I'll wait for that. Okay, cool. Getting on moving platforms is like Hydra Castle Labyrinth, where you need to be like, there's absolutely no grace whatsoever if you don't land on top of it. If you're just like one or two pixels below the surface when you jump into a moving platform, you'll just sink right through it and not actually get popped on top of it. So I'm definitely not landing flush on it. I'm landing just like slightly through the corner, and because I'm not entirely on top of it, I just fall completely through it. I've been collecting the cat icon with the wings on it. I don't know what it does. Ow, okay, great. Love it when an enemy jumps out of nowhere before I can react to it. I saw that. Where you at? What's that? I might be able to do that. Got him. Okay. I'm not going to fall all the way back down. That's a lot of water balloons. Probably don't want to put that there. I guess we just don't have bosses anymore. Alright. The old deficit meter. I don't think there's anything over here. I think we need to keep going right. Right. Money. Do not get clobbered by money. Could I have gotten up there? I feel like I can't get up there from this side. I need to come back around from the right. Maybe. I really need there to not be any more like long gaps. You need to take a running jump across, and then there's just immediately an enemy there you unavoidably run into. Okay, that man had a gun. That seems dangerous. All right. That gun has spread fire, I think. Yeah. It really was possible to get up there somehow. Am I just stuck? How do I jump? Okay. Jump on this. Jump on this. Can you just take a super long jump to the right? There's no way that works. There's no way that works. How the hell do you get up there? I really feel like based on the... No, you definitely need to jump from here. You can't jump up there. So the only way to get here is from this side. Scratching post? Yes, okay. Alright, so that all seems completely pointless. Okay, that's not high enough. Cool. Big dog. And take that, an agent of the treasury. Anything up there? There's totally not anything up there. Great. Got another jump kicky McGee over here. Ow. Do not shoot the cat. I push this. Nope. All right. Okay. All right, we found the strat. Take that, the Democratic Party. Eepy. Ow, okay. How dare you, sir? Okay, there's not a lot of time to get through this. Ow. Do I straight up have to duck through this? Yes, okay. Wow, alright. We need to actually, like, crawl through this. Love that. Okay. Okay. Not entirely sure what the purpose of this machinery is. No, okay, it's spray painting the metal to look like gold. Accurate financial policy. I got golden. Okay. Okay, so that platforming there is not great. But it seems like there's a lower route that's significantly safer. So maybe I just want to take the lower route there. The question is, when does the lower route start? The answer is not there. Okay, I shot forward there. That was a little weird. Okay, thanks. Thanks, buddy. Okay, you can actually take physics damage from the falling ingots. That's good. That makes sense, actually. I should have just assumed that. A rude guy. Will not deal with the man with a gun. Or lasers. Okay, those are coming in the opposite direction. That's not great. Hit that guy. Scratch your post. Okay, we actually need to go up there, alright. Oh, I have yarn. Gunman. Okay, that's just the end of the level. Nice. Okay. Gerald Ford, who falls over. True. Okay. You can't damage him while he's tumbling, but you can bounce off him to not take damage. Yeah, probably better to just hit him with the swipe rather than the... Oh, that's not incredibly great. He doesn't have a very large vulnerability window, so it seems like the swipe is better because it just comes out faster now. Okay. I feel like I jumped over that. Yeah, this is way better. Okay, so... Also, just like Hydra Castle Labyrinth, the boss has left the video game entirely. I guess we get to do that again. Okay. All right, that's all you have to do. Take that. All right, so next, I guess we're going to go fuck up the Supreme Court. But first, It's time to get myself some water, so we'll return in a minute. You can all amuse yourselves with the very muted, paused background music. Okay, back to cat game. The birds are back. Not super happy about that, but I guess we'll deal. Oh, all right. A little bit of slowdown here. Okay. I was not standing in a safe spot. Hate that guy. Well, I think the cats with wings on them might actually be continues. Okay, I'm glad there was somehow a platform down there. Can I pick that up? Okay. Okay. Love the barrel out of nowhere. It gets me every time. Legitimately every single time. Okay, so the answer to the question, do the birds ever despawn? The answer appears to be no. Okay. Oh, do not fall into the drink. This is not the funny green goop. Sit on dog. I forgot there's a timer and I should probably pause the game if I want to take a drink. Cool. All right, good thing I save stated literally right there. Man, can I hit him from here? Oh, okay, we got a judge. Cool. Great. Ah, excellent. Oh, okay, there was an enemy behind the enemy. Alright. So that whole sequence did not go especially well for me. That's alright. That's a longer jump than I was expecting. The judges, I need to be careful about how I approach. Because they don't throw the gavel very far. Oh, okay, and sometimes they bounce. Do they ever, like, stop? Okay, they don't, like, stop either. Do you need to go in with a jump on them? Okay. Seems like they always do the thing I don't want them to do, in fact. Real. Okay. Got Jimmy Carter. But first, take that. A spam bot. Okay, let's see what we have to deal with here. His teeth are so sparkly. Okay, you cannot duck under. Okay, it might be possible to stun lock him. Okay. It's just that easy. That's definitely geographically not where the Pentagon is. He's got one of those signs on the door. Move to the other side of the mall. So that's not really especially worth it to go down there. Okay, we've got rat dispensers. Rude. Where the hell am I going? Okay, we're going into the goop, evidently. Okay. Alright. 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 So, we'll try to do better this time. Okay, we don't have to stand there and wait for the rats to spawn. We can just leave. Cool. Okay, that's a bomb. Okay. We're learning. We're learning. I don't necessarily like what we're learning, but we are learning now. Okay. This isn't terrible. Try that, and this time we'll try to do it a little better. Okay, that was not the best. How did I hit those guys before and like not take damage? Those guys just throw like the instant that their invincibility wears off. Okay, something is evidently shooting at me. I'm annoyed at these little robots because, like, maybe I am hitting it. Sometimes I can hit it and sometimes I can't. Am I? Maybe I can't actually hit it. Maybe I've never been able to hit it. Find another one of those little guys. Maybe they've never actually been dying because I've hit them. Is there any more? There might not be any more. Okay. Is that the thing that was shooting at me? Oh, okay, that's a big beam. Yeah, I think that's the thing that was shooting at me. Okay, we got... okay. Big dude. Got him. USA, true. Yeah, okay. I guess I've never actually been able to hit those robots. Cool. Alright, he got me. Like, fair play. Yeah, you can't even ground pound them. Alright, okay. So that one just exploded on its own. So maybe that's what I was confusing with actually being able to destroy them. The ones that I thought I destroyed by attacking them, they just would have died anyway. Because I know that several of them have been just dying as a result of collision with me, but I swear that there had been ones that weren't moving, and I attacked them and they died. So I guess that's what was happening to them. Oh. Ow. Got him. Off-screen squeaking noises. That's a large jump. There's definitely going to be an enemy after one of these, and I'm going to be somewhat cross about it. There's a bomb there. Yep, great. Cool. How big is that explosion exactly? Okay, that's just the end of the level. I'll just take that. I want to get out of there. Okay, well, first try boss is fine, I guess. Low on health, but we'll take that. Not entirely sure which... I assume military commander, that was supposed to be off the top of my head. So that was Oliver North, right? Oliver North was the shredding files? That sounds right. Alright, we'll just come in here with 2 health. Mouse. Go away. Ow. Can you not ground pound the lasers? Okay, that explosion stays on screen for a little while. No, okay. Interesting. The trade. Okay, that just, like, automatically shot me. Ow. True, the robot did automatically shoot me. No, what I meant was, I was just holding right down there. I didn't jump, and then at some point it just kicked me up onto that platform for no obvious reason. Yeah. You're not allowed to be down there. That's a really loud noise. Okay. Now, I feel like the robot was definitely had to have passed through the swipes at some point there. It didn't. But I feel like it did. And I think that my feeling should play a part in how this video game decides that things take place. Oh, that's a missile. Let's not get hit by the missile. Alright, so I'm going to take a little bit of a water break here. Then, before I unpause the video game, I'm going to turn the emulator volume down until we get out of this rocket part, because those engine bursts are very loud, and I'm not liking that. Might turn it down even more. Ow, how dare you. I got shot. Kind of just want to like hold forward and get out of this area so that we never have to listen to this ever again. Are we going down or are we going left? I think we're going left. Okay, I'm not sure I can actually jump from that side. Okay, that explosion was just continues to be on screen as long as there are particles that exist. Great. Next. Okay. Yeah, I just don't think you can make this jump. You can only get there from below. I'm from above. Okay. True. Okay. Push the wrong button and we save stated after taking damage there. Great. We're fine. Watch out for rabbits. We're back in the bad zone, the bad noise zone. Maybe I was also yarn balling them, and that's why they died. Bye. Ow, dog. There is nothing over here. Can I just jump up there? Yes, okay. Okay. Gunman. Okay. Since we're right at the end, and we're going to fight Ronald Reagan. roll that one back so I can come in there with 6 health. Okay. There's a little bit of a delay of throwing the yarn ball as opposed to doing the normal melee attack, so you need to take into account that I can't just run up to an enemy and clobber it in the face with a yarn ball. We need to stand slightly away from them so there's time to throw it. Okay. Can we make it past Gunman without getting shot? The answer is no. I'll just go in there with 5. That's okay. Okay. So this is a trick boss fight. There's Nancy Reagan up there in the upper left, controlling him like a zombie, and that's what I actually have to attack with the yarn balls that keep spawning. Air from below? Yes. Okay. I can actually just hit her from ground level. I have no idea how many levels this game has, by the way. Okay, we've got... Alright, we're just beating up rich people, as they deserve. Now. Okay, that's... Maybe at some point I'll hit the photographer. But only maybe. The yarn ball sailed over the dog. Okay. Cool. Cool trap. Love that. Sigh. Okay, I was just like running into those birds and attacking them with the melee before, and it worked fine. And now it's not working at all. So evidently I was just getting lucky with the timing before. Might need to wait for longer, try to get him when I'm closer to them. Okay, we've got more of these stairs that killed me the last time. Okay. Please. Just let me hit any of the enemies in this video game. Just allow them to take damage from my attacks. Cool. Cool and good. Oh, okay, that enemy did not despawn. I think it actually did despawn and then respawn behind me because I never killed it. Great. Okay, that's not safe. Okay, well, the enemy found the seam in the staircase and died. So, turns out two can play that game. There's actually like no health in this level. The previous levels have honestly been fairly generous about health. Health pickups, which are the fish. This level, absolutely not. Okay. I don't know who this man who's throwing sticks at me is. Okay. Given the no health that I have, I might just take the continue on this. I was going okay until it wasn't. Okay, I'm just pinned in the corner. Yeah, that was a little bit of an interesting bounce I had on that dude. Oh, bye. Okay, what if we just jumped across that? It's a little dangerous. Okay, the guy moved. We're fine. Health, good. More health up here, very good. Let's not get gassed. This is a little bit of a dangerous approach here. Okay. Maybe I don't want to go this way. Crawl under that. Hmm. Okay. Gooped. Let me out of the goop. Let me out of the goop. I love falling directly onto enemies. It's good. Okay. We're now finally fighting the embodiment of the Republican Party. Finally, the tyranny of the two-party system will be at an end. I'm getting real presumptuous there and assuming that we're going to beat this boss. I should not do that. Oh, okay. Okay, you actually take damage from ground pounds. True. That's not just a stun, it is actual damage, so good to know. Sometimes the elephant just goes into the floor. Take that, a bat. We got some slidey juice. Got that. I should have either committed to trying to hit that mouse or committed to not doing that, and I did neither and suffered for it. Just more proof that centrism is the real enemy. I kind of want to go up there, but now that I'm down here, I'm totally not going up there. Okay. Okay, that's really fast. Maybe you want to take the upper route. Okay, there's nothing up there. We need to go down. Okay. True. Okay. So the problem with the down here is that this piston over here is real fast. I just realized that your hitbox is smaller when you run because you're on all fours, and that's how you're intended to get past the pistons. Okay, I'm just going to hold forward until we get out of the bad noise zone. Can I land on this ledge? Good lord. How do I get on this platform? Send help. Okay, so there's just like way too many of these for me to just power through. I do actually have to slightly take my time through these. They're sliding, thanks. Inertia is a property of matter. These are so fast. Okay. I had completely stopped holding directions and I slid off of that platform. Rounded corners. Yeah. Why did that double drip? Why? Apparently it just does that. Okay, fish. Alright. Cool dog hidden completely behind a pillar, so there's no way to know that it's there until you get hit. I knew it was there that time. But I was not hitting the attack button, so nothing happened. Got spiders again. Haven't seen these guys in a while. Right. Can I, like, again, deal damage to the enemies? Never. Absolutely never. Forbidden by law. Please? 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 Okay, these rooms are awful. Okay, well, apparently that's safe. Like, that's not actually goop down there. It doesn't help me get on this platform. But, cool. Great. Great. Okay, that one is not safe. Also fun. How hard could it possibly be to have platforms in your video game that sync such that you can jump between them? How hard could it be to hit a single bat? I really, really, really need this part of the video game to be over. The problem is, I think what is happening is that they're all supposed to be synced in basically the same way, but the platforms don't move until they're actually on screen. So I get the first two, the bottom two on the screen at the same time, but then the third one doesn't start moving until I'm actually like partway through the cycle, and they get desynced because of that. And they get desynced in a terrible way, so it's incredibly difficult to actually jump through and then make it onto that third one. So I don't know if there's something I can do to approach the platforms differently so they load in a more advantageous way. And then the insult to injury is that after I spend 30 seconds on that platform trying to jump off, the enemies all just have spawned and are crowding the entrance, so I take damage while I'm failing to jump up there. Okay, like that one was fine. Like that one was completely fine. This is good. That one was fine. Okay. I'm not doing anything different. It's just working this time. So there's a gap there. Do I want to keep going that route? I think I want to keep trying on the upper route. Okay. You really have no lenience whatsoever in jumping across. I mean, in running slightly across platforms before falling. Maybe at some point I'll say that sentence correctly. Being able to run off platforms and jump without falling off of them. How far does this go exactly? Okay, there's just a yarn ball over here. That was not worth the effort. Okay, just go all the way down. Okay, we might be approaching the end of the game. We're back at the White House. Okay. I can get up here, right? Sure. Dog. We're just gonna keep going up. Okay. We're going all the way back down. Oh, that's just death. Cool. Love that. Great. Okay, that was a big man with a big gun. I'll try that again. There we go. Easy jump. Right, where are we going from here? There's a platform slightly over here. Yep. We got judges are back. Oh, okay, just dog off screen. Good. Love that. Secret Service. Snacks. Cool. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, so that's real bad up there. I don't know what you're supposed to do besides get hit. And getting platformed again. There's just so much unavoidable nonsense coming from the top, and it knocks you off the platform. And okay, I took a damage boost. Got on that platform somehow. Okay. So I was just holding right there the whole time, but I bounced off of that lip and got knocked into the pit somehow. George Bush the First. Okay, if you knock him off screen, he just respawns in the center, which is funny. Fail safe. Okay, attacking him to the right is better. Oh, okay. That did knock him off screen. Saxophone ending. kept trying to do better on that boss fight to conserve health for the next stage, and then there was no next stage. That was completely pointless. I could have just taken the first victory. That's fine. Maybe I'll redo it one more time, because it is fast. Just so you can see the ending with frames. Of course, just as I say that, we have lost the frames again. There we go. Now you too could see the 2 frames of saxophone animation. Alright, so that was Socks the Cat Rocks the Hill. Congratulations, we never have to play that video game again. It wasn't that bad. It's just fairly typical 90s level design, or lack thereof. Thankfully, it was not actually, like, especially offensive. I'm very glad. Mostly just presidential caricatures, which is fine. Next week, playing something else. I have to go out to lunch, so stream might be late. I'm not entirely sure when I'm going to get back, so there's a potential for late stream. I have not, again, I'm absolutely not having my next game planned. So, who knows what else we'll pick from the flop pile. Look forward question mark to whatever it is we're going to be playing next week. And until next week, I will catch you later. Okay, I'm still here. I just want to say that I feel vindication in that demo also having a terrible time trying to deal with that bird and eventually just giving up.